A piercing whistle breaks the silence of the summer sky. The earth vibrates while a column of smoke rises over the trees, an ominous signal of the approach of a mighty iron being. With heavy, burning breaths, it charges ahead and deep into the hot morning on these historic tracks.
Mayor Fitzwater, many years ago, found that it was one of the last working steam engines in BC, and so it was brought in for about $2,000 and parked in the middle of Riverside Park for over 33 years. Kamloops Heritage Railway decided to organize a group back in the late 90s and refurbish it. And after about 100,000 volunteer hours, we got it operating again. So that's basically why it's called the Spirit of Kamloops.
So the name Spirit of Kamloops reflects the support of people and the community to get the thing to operate properly.
July and August are the busiest months for the 2141 steam train, but she remains operational year-round because of the number of people still keenly interested in experiencing a part of Canada's past.
We have, I think, a very popular run here. People love to come down to the train. We had a really fabulous turnout. We had over 200 passengers for our fireworks, and we can have as many as up to 200 on the train at one time.
There's a surprising amount of just what we call walk-up business. People see the train and see the downtown Kamloops and decide to go for the train ride.
We learn a little bit about the history of Kamloops, the history of the engine, and I think it's quite an enjoyable run.
With a blast of its famous whistle, the old engine thunders out of the station, taking passengers away from a modern city and into the days when steam locomotives carved a clean line through this rugged and dramatic landscape.
Kamloops has been a major area for railways for many, many years. This engine and its sisters ran a lot of the lines around here, hauling freight and passengers. They worked as pushers up the Monte Creek Hill and things like that.
2141 is the last remaining M3D type of engine. She's been restored and made functional thanks to efforts of local enthusiasts.
All of the main operators or working crew around here are volunteers, and they spend hours working on the engine when it's not running, and hours here getting things ready in the shop.
I worked for the railway as a conductor, locomotive engineer for the Canadian Pacific for 33 years. So in retirement, I kind of enjoy doing this. I've always enjoyed being around the railroad and able to help out in any way that I can.
The extended metal body of the boiler, the flame in the firebox, and exaggerated puffing of the massive cylinders open a door to the past with the ghosts of outlaws rushing through.
It's a very, very important part of our history. The steam engine was very critical to our operations and things many, many years ago. I think it's important to keep the history going in Kamloops and Canada.
The old veteran has kindly given way to more modern locomotives, which are kept busy hauling a long line of freight cars. Their appearance brings us back to the reality of today, but you can still take home a small piece of the past from the gift shop.
We're hoping to keep, things changing as we go. We try to match the situations, and for us that run and operate the steam engine, it's alive to us. It's something a little different from the old standard run-of-the-mill diesel.
The old engine is not just a symbol of past days, she represents the inspiration of a community to work collectively on building a bridge to the future.